Hello, Farm of Life family. I have possibly, well, Mary and Itzel and all you guys, if you're going to watch this video, and all the chefs that have been here, I love you all. And Itzel, you're coming back. Mary, you're probably coming back soon. I've loved you all. But this one, I mean, I've just, you know, Amanda, first of all, Amanda Froelich, everyone of Farm of Life family.
Hi.
She's been with us now, she's got one more month left. She leaves in July, but she's been with us over a year. So it'll be over a year when she leaves. And man, wow, what a time it has been. I cannot tell you, it's an amazing, 20 years old, Farm of Life family, 20, and I did not know that when I interviewed her. When I
tell them on purpose.
Yeah, when I interviewed her, I just saw this light, and I just said, "Do you love the kitchen?" "Yes, I love it," and I get just this enthusiasm and this energy, and I was like, "Okay, you're hired." It didn't take but what 15, 20 minutes on the Skype interview, and I'm like, "You're hired. You're coming," and I knew she would be awesome. And man, wow, vegetarian, cooked vegetarian, vegan dishes, and the raw food, man, the desserts, the burgers, I mean, Jack's in the background of this right now. Jack, our greenhouse guy, and man, he has taken part in this food and just the delight of the happiness and joy when you. Have you ever seen the movie Ratatouille, Farm of Life family? You know where the guy eats the food, the inspector, and then he goes off into this psychedelic trance of like back in a time when he was a child, and it's the greatest moment of his life. I had a few of those moments eating Amanda's food. And so enough of me babbling. I just had to preface it a little bit. But this is Amanda, everybody. And she's moving on from us, but man, I mean, it's been unbelievable. So let's back up a bit.
Okay.
So how did you find this place in the middle of nowhere in Costa Rica?
Okay, so a couple of years ago, maybe it was almost 3 years ago now, I was watching a Chris Kendall video, who I had the honor of meeting here. Banana Commander! Naturally Ashley. And he was over by the Afternoon Vortex shooting a video about one of the most incredible retreats happened at the Farm of Life. And I remember just watching this, I don't know where I was, South Dakota or Washington, and it's like, I want to go there someday. I hope I can go there and I'm going to, you know, make it happen. And after that, I remember thinking that I wanted to experience more and go abroad, and the Farm of Life just always popped up into my head, and I knew someday that, you know, I'd come here either as a guest, but I ended up contacting you guys and Jody, and she said, you know, write to us again in like 4 months, and I had it in the back of my mind. As soon as it hit February, I was like, so, about that volunteer position.
You manifested it. I remember manifesting this place at a healing retreat center one time, thinking, you know, I could do this better. And I had this vision in my mind, and then boop, 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 here we are, Farm of Life. And you manifested it right there, that quick, instantaneously, when you were like, I'm going to go there, I'm going to be their chef.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, this place is one of the most beautiful, incredible places I've ever been to in my life. And I really, you know, hope and know that every single person should have the experience of being here and being with Brian and Jody and the incredible volunteers, and your life will change here too. It's not for a year that you stay. One day, you know. Yeah,
a week, month, 3 months. I mean, there's just a lot of change and transformation that happens here for sure. Now let's talk about yours, man. Because I remember when you came here, you know, it was, you know, shy, you know, kind of timid, you know, worry. Yeah, Rolodex. And now, and now you're leaving a different person, and my God, it's been a year.
Yeah.
You know, it would be here for hours on this video if we talked about everything. Yeah. But let's touch upon some of the main points of the transformation of Amanda while being here.
I think the biggest thing for me, Brian, you've been my teacher a lot through this as well too.
Thanks,
of just realizing more than this experience of the food, and while food is a big part of, you know, how we relate to others and nourish ourselves, it's not the all. And I think the biggest part of being at the Farm of Life is just realizing that it's all energy. We're here for the experience. There's no good, there's no bad. We create every single thing we go through, and you know what, more than anything, it's not about having those incredible moments of high, because we can choose to experience and feel that in any moment. More than anything, it's about being real with people, and the more positive mindset we have for ourselves and we keep in anything we do and really enjoy the act of service, you're just going to unconditionally be happy. And that was the main one. But you know, that making that the focus, that overflowed in so many other areas as well too. Of, you know, if you're happy, then you're going to be propelled to follow your passion. And for me, that was a big one. I'm very blessed to have ample time to work on side projects being here. So I not only have been able to create food and connect with the guests, but work on hobbies and projects, and you know, just bring it all together. And I've been kind of shown my purpose and mission, I feel, because I mean, we all have our own individual one, but yeah, I mean, just transformation in that way, and just as an individual, I mean, that affects everything else. So.
Yeah, absolutely, right. No right, no wrong. I always say this. People like, especially the volunteers. Jack's been here for a while. Man's been here. I say it all the time. And there really isn't a right or wrong. There's not a good or bad. Life is choice and experience.
Sure.
And when you really feel that, when you feel that statement, not just think the statement. First, you think the statement, right? You read it in a book or someone tells it to you. You're like, okay, whatever. But you really feel the statement. The heart stays open, and not only does it stay open just for a little while, it stays open all the time.
Yeah.
Then, because then you're just like, wow, okay, well, you're in service to yourself and to other people. That's it. It makes life very simple.
Yeah. So simple.
and then it keeps you in that flow of the universe where you can create things. And man, you have manifested some unbelievable stuff. So I mean. You know, I mean, let's talk about that. I mean, you've got some, and how you received it, right? You've received a lot of dreams, a lot of downloads here. So just talk about that.
So part of just opening up to the true person I feel I am, and we all get into that space, I think, when we are creating and we're in meditation, because that's pure source energy. And so I got into a daily habit of meditating down in my room in the Parrot House, and would be gifted with these just insights and inspiration to help me work through my own sort of preconceived limitations and blockages. And the more I was able to let go, the big theme for me here, let go, just ideas and visions and feelings of rightness just started coming. And from all of that, a really big vision to basically found an NGO and help teach the principles of sustainable living, holistic healing, and spiritual connectedness. And there's a lot of information that could be shared on that. But,
that's for sure.
The basis of it is I've recently launched an Indiegogo campaign to fund this venture, which I'm leaving for India in July.
This is huge. I mean, she's came to the, I mean, you know, from little South Dakota farm girl, all of a sudden comes here to Farm of Life, Costa Rica, spends a year here, does a great job as a chef, and now has this huge vision here on the farm of you know, basically trying to, what's that old statement? Help me, you guys. That you give a person a fish, he gets a meal, right? But if you teach a person to fish, you know, now he can eat for a lifetime.
So that's the point.
Something like that.
So all the details can be found below at Nourishing Roots, and I am asking for as much help as possible in any way people want to give, just sharing, sending love, you know. But the idea is that diseases of affluence, which we know as our westernized diseases, heart disease, stroke, and what Farm of Life is really wonderful at teaching here, how we can combat naturally, stem from unhealthy diet, poor lifestyle choices, and they're increasing though, because people in locations where diseases of poverty are prevalent do not have the resources to basically take care of themselves, you know. And so instead of just saying, you know, we'll dump all this money in different charities, I was just basically given the inspiration that we need to work with urban and rural locations just to help offer resources, and the whole idea is to bring people together through collaboration to help basically implement like modes of sustainable food, biodynamic food sources, teach them how to heal themselves naturally by going back to the back to nature. And there's also a lot to be learned from these people as well too, but the whole idea is to work with them, their history, their location, to get back to nature. And with the technological advances we have today, there are so many things we can do. You know, get sponsors funding the many projects we'll put on to fund these things as well too. Implement sustainable technologies to help these people basically almost create biodynamic communities or modes of fueling their own selves in sustainable ways, so that they don't have to be going to urban locations where they're just going to be swept up in the flow of westernized living and then disease of affluence result. So there's a lot of that that can be said on that, but the whole idea is to make it basically a unity symbol, working with the poverty-stricken locations and the urban as well. But we're going to the source, and the whole mission of Bloom for Life then is, you know, helping create holistic change, or positive change in a holistic way. So, yeah.
I think this is a great idea, because let's face it, right? I mean, I was a history teacher, so in Africa and in India, we've been throwing money and aid at them constantly.
Yeah.
Just giving them money here, and the government's corrupt. They pocket it, right? I mean, so it's a constant problem. And so now you guys going over there, this is a little bit of a different concept now, right? You're going over there and now you're teaching them how to fish, the saying, right? You're teaching them how to grow the food.
Yeah.
And so now you circumvent the governments and all that bureaucratic, you know, crap, right? And now you're going to say, no, here, every village, this is how you can grow food. And even in some of the areas, right, with all of these little fancy different quantum leap technologies and stuff like that, you can take a desert area or an area that's been completely deforested, and some of these really cool concepts and biodynamic concepts, you can completely re-nourish the soil,
Exactly.
regrow it, and then have them up and flourishing and growing their own food. So now they're not starving anymore. They're not destitute anymore.
Exactly. And the whole idea is nourishing roots, which the website obviously speaks for itself, but not only with the food and the ways of living, but, you know, the other ways of connection, which comes from satiating those fundamental needs of all human interests, of course, right?
Yeah.
So we give holistic means for change, but also make it a gateway to inspiring unity and, you know, the higher truth, which is really, it's the fun part of being here in human existence.
Absolutely.
Unity and communication and love, all of that. So holistic change, yeah. So all those details I'm sure will be placed below, and nourishingroots.org is
Let's say that again, nourishingroots.org.
See, it's a hyphen between nourishing and roots, and you can see all the project details there. This is basically the foundational project to help form this NGO. So I'll be going to India, then Africa, then Indonesia. And this is a year-and-a-half venture. Woo. Yeah, and so this will be to form relations and do more work on the actual organizing and management of the project. But after this, I mean, collaboration. There are so many brilliant people already really inspired to get involved, and I know together that we can co-create some really beautiful change. So
it's going to happen.
It's really exciting.
No doubt about that. So nourishingroots.org, and then the Indiegogo campaign. Is there a website on that too?
Yeah.
Let's just knock that out too.
It's really long.
Oh God.
Put it on there.
So anyway.
But you can get to it from the nourishing-roots.org website. It's right on the donate, and it'll take you there. We have 13 days left, and you know.
Yes, it's 13 days left, and this is, and your campaign's got a goal of 10 grand, right? Come on. Pharma Life family, we've done donations campaigns. Some of you have really helped us, and we're getting ready to do another one, and we thank you and we honor you for your help. As you know, this place is an affordable vacation for the healthy lifestyle and also for people to heal, right? Well, now, I mean, look at the mission and the vision here. So come on now, dig. If everybody in the Pharma Life family, and there's 5 or 6 or 7,000 of you, if you kicked in $50 or $10 or $20 or $5, whatever, or $1,
we're gonna be working
with
a lot of
orphanages
as we go through. So 4 different orphanages are going to be worked with to implement like these principles as they travel through, and also other programs and resources are going to be created during the duration. So I mean, it's just a lot of really good positive change.
All right, Amanda. So we've talked about this new vision and mission, which is unbelievable, and you're leaving here in about a month.
Yeah.
So where from here?
Okay, so from here I'll be stopping temporarily in Dallas to see some people, and then New York to just basically pedal skip over to India. And then it all begins. It's going to be pretty big, pretty epic time. And I have quite a few websites set up to kind of document all the journey, but for the purpose of this project to found the NGO, that will all be clearly outlined so people can follow this journey as well too. And
In India, are you going to stop off at any little ashrams or anything like that, or are you going to spend some time in
Kerala? So I'll probably be going down to Goa for about 1 month to basically organize some different plans and collaborate with some people there. But then Kerala is where a lot of natural healing centers are as well too. And I might stop there for a month in an ashram and kind of really just get grounded. But then going over to Oroville and working with Dr. Nandita Shah, who's a homeopath, naturopathic physician, and I'll be volunteering with some of her efforts in Sri India, where they're helping people basically prevent diabetes and diseases of affluence by helping them change their diet. And that's why chefing and holistic nutrition, those two go perfectly in hand, because it's giving the people the tools how to feed themselves, basically.
Absolutely.
With healing, nourishing food. And then I'll start working with the first orphanage on right near the border of Nepal up there.
Mm-hmm.
Might stop through Rishikesh. There's going to be a lot of train riding and a lot of crazy India, but
you're going to meet people to talk like this. How are you doing, Amanda?
I might eat curry.
I
might eat curry.
I want you to start talking like that, please.
I will.
I'll talk to you, and Amanda will be like, "Hi, Brian. How are you?"
Brian, it's been a good time in India.
I'm not making fun of Indian people. Sorry, I just love that accent.
It's so great. Yeah. So there's some good contacts there, and then I know part of the whole download to the broader picture is that there's going to be a lot more connections and contacts that come through this entire time. And so I have a broad outline, again, on the website of exactly when and where I will be and what I'll be doing. But things are subject to change, as I meet different people. And all I know is that this is a venture and a project that I'm committed to. And, Source is giving all these different relations and contacts. And it's like millions of signs to just go for it. It's time we all come together and,
it's time.
Support holistic change in a positive way.
India and Africa are going to be this garden paradises.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of hard work.
Yeah, but you know what though? It's going to pay off and it's going to be great. It's your dream.
Yeah.
This is Inca, by the way, our newest little puppy pup. And he has got teeth like a razor.
So
just
sharp.
Ripping into everyone. Raise it up. Well, anyway, Farm Life family. Amanda, look, I want to thank you, really, for all of your service on the farm, your efforts on the farm. You just made so many people happy with the food that they've eaten from you. And not only that, just your presence. People have really, really enjoyed you. And thank you for your service here.
It's been my absolute pleasure. They give so much, you guys. Again, Farm Life is just the most beautiful oasis, and it's been my absolute honor to be a part of this. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And come on back and visit.
I will.
Then you'll be maybe the queen of India or something like that. Who knows?
It's not actually possible, but
no?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Okay.
Then you have get a special hat, will you? They'll come back with a hat. I love hats. All right. We love you, Farm Life family. We'll see you later.
Thank you so much.
Donate to Amanda.
Or help in any way you like, even sharing, sending love bubbles.
Yes, anything.
You're welcome. Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.